So welcome everybody, it's great to see you all here today. Thanks for coming to listen to my talk and listen to everybody else. It's been very interesting, I must say. My name's Jayne Briggs, as Christina's already said, and my practice is Life Solutions. I practice behind the House of Elliot in Grenoside in Sheffield, and I've been in private practice now for 6 years. I do coaching, counselling, stress management training, and there's nothing I like better than to inspire and motivate people to be the best they can possibly be. I'm here today to help you tap into the magic of positive thinking. How many people here today believe that thoughts create things? Wow, fantastic, my job's made a little bit easier there. Every single moment we're creating our lives through the power of thinking. We're all extremely powerful human beings. The mind is extremely powerful, so every single thought we have creates our life in any given moment. So for those people who tend to want to see the cup half empty rather than half full, guess what? Most of the time they're going to be quite miserable. It's so easy to catastrophise and awfulise when things don't go right in our lives. And we can so easily get down and pulled into everybody else's negative way of thinking. Right now the economy is not looking good, but having said that, if you can remain in a positive mindset, then you can create anything. You can actually achieve anything you want to achieve. So it's so important to try and remain positive whenever you can. Some people might think I'm a little bit deluded, but I personally choose not to read the newspapers or listen to the news on TV, and guess what? My world's a happy world. I also help people to believe in themselves, to develop faith in their own abilities. And when you choose to believe in yourself, you can move mountains. You can achieve anything your heart's desire. When you're in a negative thinking mode, you feel confused, lost. You don't know which direction to go in. You can't think straight. You can't actually make a proper decision. Has anybody felt like that? I'm sure we all have many, many times. But when you can change your thoughts around, all of a sudden the sun comes out and you start to feel so much better. Each one of us are faced with challenges throughout our lives. I've certainly had some of them, and 2009 was one of the most challenging years of my life. Everything seemed to be going great towards the end of 2008. I just started my counselling degree. My daughter had gone off travelling around South America. Another daughter got engaged at Christmas. But my husband became ill, and shortly after relaunching my practice in Grenoside in 2009, in February my husband was diagnosed with an aggressive form of cancer for which there was no cure. My world was turned upside down, and believe you me, I really needed to draw on all the strengths and all the skills that I'd developed throughout my career in order to get through that time. I almost gave up my degree, but my husband insisted that I kept at it, and I'm glad I did. We can be influenced by beliefs that we've learned throughout childhood as we've observed others throughout our lives, significant others in our lives. And very often those values and beliefs can affect the way that we think. So maybe it's time to think about changing your limiting beliefs. And as a coach, that's what I help people to do when they come to me feeling a little bit confused because they've had this goal, they've had this dream that they've always wanted to attain, and they just don't know how to get from where they are now to reaching the ultimate goal. Then that is a great challenge for me. I absolutely love taking that client on, getting them from A to B, and that's helping them to mind map, helping them to develop strategies that they can work towards in reaching those goals. Negative thinking habits can be changed. It's only a habit. And too often when we get deeply entrenched in negative behaviours, self-defeating behaviours and negative ways of thinking, it's so difficult to see the wood from the trees. What creates negative thinking is the habit of overgeneralisation, the habit of self-blame. How often do you hear yourself down yourself every single day? Oh, I'm such an idiot, I shouldn't have done that, I really wished I'd have done it this way, I really wished I hadn't made that decision. How often do you sometimes read other people's minds and it makes you make a wrong judgment about that person? Perfectionism can also lead you down the wrong path. You know, when you try to be too perfect, it only serves to make you feel 10 times worse. And as I said earlier, when we choose to catastrophise, when we're met with a challenge, when we choose to focus on the fact that our world's come to an end, then that just sends us on a downward spiral. The road to success can seem never-ending when you allow negative thinking to counteract your goal. And when people come to me to want to use my services, they know that they've reached a point in their life where they need some help. There's been so many different things going on in their life, and it's veered them away from the goal. It's stopped them achieving what they wanted to achieve. But you know what? There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Positive people think positive thoughts. Yeah, we're all met with challenges, and it's so easy sometimes to think, well, she stood there, you know, she's very positive, good for her, she's not been through what I've been through. But trust me, 2009 was a real tough year for me. Week after my husband died in April, my mum followed him. She'd been ill for some time, and I'd still got a private practice to run. My daughter was doing a degree. I got my degree to finish as well. And I didn't think I was going to do it, but I was determined to do it because I knew that's what my husband wanted. It's what I wanted for myself. And I was very lucky that I had such fantastic friends. I had a brilliant family support network, but I also had a strong faith in God as well, and that kept me upright. You get to know who your real friends are in times like these when you're hit with what feels like a tsunami. But you know what? There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And positive people are always in touch with the feelings. They're ready to take risks. They're open to new opportunities. They take positive action, and they keep things in perspective. And there were times throughout the time after I lost my husband and my mum where I honestly didn't think I could carry on. But I knew deep down inside I could. There was something inside me driving me saying, you can get through this, you're going to be okay. I had lots of counselling at that time. I needed to, because I was doing bereavement counselling in my practice. How could I help somebody who just lost a loved one, you know, if I was too busy entrenched in my own grief? So having counselling helped me too. But I remember going to my favourite place, which is Dam Flask in Bradfield, and it was, my husband and I was to walk around this dam 1,000 times, and I had wonderful times with the kids when they were little. And I had a bench placed there in his memory after he died. And I can remember going and sitting on this bench and feeling quite low and shedding a few tears because I missed him so much. And then I turned round, and here was this rainbow. Out of the darkness came light. And it was almost like he was talking to me, and I was thinking to myself, do you know what? I'm going to be okay. My life is going to be wonderful. I can make it wonderful. I can get through this time. So can you. No matter what you're going through right now, you'll get through it. It's only temporal. It's not going to last for the rest of your life. So happiness can be found within. Take time to go within yourself. If you lose your motivation, know that there's always help out there. I truly enjoy inspiring and motivating others. To me, it's worth more than the hourly fee. But when you choose to sit in silence and go inside yourself, when you choose to relinquish the constant mind chatter that can get you down, then you start to live in the present moment. The happiness can be found within. Each and every single one of us has that source within. It's inside here. And it's so easy to be blinded by it. But trust me, living in the present moment, the here and now, helps you to embrace every single moment of your life. Tapping into your true source via prayer or meditation is an excellent tool. Do it for 15 minutes a day. Do it from today. Don't allow life to take over. Give your mind 15 minutes off. Trust me, it works. Stay true to yourself. Maintain a positive mindset and start to believe in yourself. You really are fantastic people. You've got it within you to create the life that you truly want. And I've got an amazing prize today for everybody that comes over to my stand, registers the details and is happy to go on the database. There's a chance to win a coaching package worth £500. That's 6 free sessions, £500. So come over and see me afterwards. I hope I've inspired you. I hope I've helped you to believe in yourself. But what I like to do is a little exercise with each and every one of you. I want you to take a few moments before you all go dashing over to the cafe to grab a sandwich or go and network. I want you to sit in silence and I want you to repeat this mantra. Is everybody listening to me? Yeah? I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am wise. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am wise. You truly are, each and every one of you, all those things. You just need to believe it. So thank you for your presence, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening.